Have you ever managed a project where you needed the most accurate budget or timeline possible? Today, we're talking about bottom-up estimating, a project estimation technique that builds accuracy by focusing on each individual task, activity, or work package. This method involves estimating each component separately and then rolling up these estimates to create a total project estimate. This approach is ideal when you need a precise forecast of time, cost, and resources. Bottom-up estimating is common in detailed project planning and helps create reliable budgets, schedules, and resource plans. The main goal of bottom-up estimating is to provide highly accurate estimates for complex or high-stakes projects. It's particularly useful for projects with many distinct tasks, as well as for those that require strict budget control. For example, in a construction project, bottom-up estimating might involve calculating costs for excavation, framing, and electrical work separately. By estimating each task individually, you get a more accurate overall project budget and timeline. Bottom-up estimating is especially helpful in a few specific situations. First, if you're in the detailed planning phase and you have a clear work breakdown structure with a well-defined scope, bottom-up estimating gives you the control to be precise. It's also a lifesaver in complex projects that have a lot of moving parts. Think of projects with dozens or even hundreds of individual tasks. Bottom-up estimating helps ensure nothing is overlooked and provides a realistic view of your resources and time. And finally, if you're working on a project that absolutely requires high accuracy, like one where budget or timeline overruns could lead to significant issues, bottom-up estimating is the way to go. This approach provides the detail you need to keep the project under control from day one. All right, let's walk through the steps to do bottom-up estimating. It's actually pretty straightforward. 1. Break down the project. Start by creating a work breakdown structure, or WBS. Think of this as the roadmap that splits the project into smaller, more manageable pieces called work packages. These are basically the individual tasks you'll be estimating. 2. Estimate each work package. Now comes the actual estimating. For each work package, figure out the time, cost, and resources you'll need. This often means consulting with your team members or experts in that specific area to get accurate numbers. So, if it's a software project, you talk to your developers, testers, and maybe even designers to get their input. 3. Aggregate the estimates. Once you have the numbers for each task, add them all up. This gives you a total estimate for the project, giving you a full picture of the time, budget, and resources you'll need. 4. Review and refine. Lastly, take a step back and review everything. Discuss the estimates with your team and stakeholders, adjust anything that feels off, and refine based on additional insights or any historical data you might have. It may seem like a lot, but following these steps makes bottom-up estimating pretty manageable, and the accuracy is worth the effort. Now, let's talk about why bottom-up estimating is so useful. It's not just about having numbers, it's about getting the right numbers. 1. High accuracy. Because you're looking at each component individually, bottom-up estimating is one of the most accurate methods out there. You're not making big assumptions. Instead, you're diving into each task, so your final estimate is reliable. 2. Better risk identification. When you break things down this much, you can actually spot risks at the task level. If there's a part of the project that might cause delays or cost more, you're more likely to catch it early on, which makes planning for risks a lot easier. 3. Stakeholder confidence. And because bottom-up estimates are based on detailed analysis, they give stakeholders more confidence in your project plan. It's a lot easier to get buy-in when your estimates are backed by specifics rather than just big-picture guesses. These benefits make bottom-up estimating especially valuable for complex, high-stakes projects. Now, while bottom-up estimating is known for its accuracy, it has a few downsides to keep in mind. First off, it's time-consuming. Estimating every task separately can take a lot of time, especially if you're managing a large project. So if you're working on a tight schedule, this might be something to consider. Another thing is that it requires input from a lot of people, whether it's team members, experts, or even stakeholders. Coordinating all these inputs can feel like a project in itself. And finally, there's a risk of over-detailing. Sometimes it's easy to go a bit too deep with the breakdown, which can make tracking and updating estimates tricky. So while accuracy is great, balance is important too. All right, let's quickly recap the essentials of bottom-up estimating. First, remember that bottom-up estimating is all about accuracy. By looking at each task individually and estimating them one at a time, you get a clear and precise picture of your project's requirements. This is perfect for projects that need a lot of detail and where a rough estimate just won't cut it. Next, this method is ideal for high-detail, complex projects. If you have a lot of moving parts, breaking things down to the task level with bottom-up estimating can help you see the big picture and the small details all at once. And finally, bottom-up estimating is a bit more intensive than other methods. It takes time and resources, and sometimes you have to be careful not to go too deep into the weeds. But if accuracy is your goal, it's worth the investment. Bottom-up estimating is an invaluable technique for achieving accurate project estimates. By building from each task's requirements, you gain a precise understanding of the project's needs, making it essential for complex or high-stakes projects. If you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to PMAspirant for more project management insights. Also check out PMAspirant.com for more project management resources. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.